There is an old rule of thumb in the internet world. Wireless plus rain equals trouble. Hang on to that because this whole episode is about whether it is actually true.
Spoiler, it is raining right now and my phone has 1 bar.
Then you will relate to this one. Picture a big, dense city, millions of people, all wanting faster mobile data, more 5G, more coverage. The demand is exploding. But here's the problem. You can't just run new cable wherever you want.
Because it's a city.
Because it's a city. To lay fiber under city streets, you're dealing with roads, traffic, utilities, landlords, and a permit process that drags on for months. So operators look for a wireless shortcut instead. And the usual one, microwave radio, has a reputation. When it pours, the signal fades. They even have a name for it, rain fade.
Right. So in a rainy city, you're stuck. You can't dig fast enough, and the wireless backup gets flaky the second the weather turns.
That's exactly the trap. And now here's where you're going to fight me.
Try me.
The fix in this story is a laser. A beam of light through the open air.
Oh, come on. A laser? Light? You're telling me the answer to the rain problem is the one thing rain is most obviously going to block. I'm going to need a very good answer on that.
You will get one. And honestly, it's the best part. Park it for 2 minutes.
Parked. Reluctantly.
So, the Philippines. One of the largest mobile operators there is a company called DITO. They're expanding 5G across Metro Manila, which is one of the rainiest, most permit-heavy cities you could pick. They needed to light up new sites fast, without waiting months to dig, and without getting burned by rain fade. So they ran a pilot with the laser company we keep coming back to, Celestial.
The shoebox people.
The shoebox people. That's the device. About the size of a shoebox, sits on a rooftop. It sends internet through the air as a beam of light at the same speed as fiber, no cable, no digging, no spectrum license. And it has one trick that matters enormously here, which is the thing you parked. Hold it 10 more seconds.
The clock is running.
They set up a link across the South Luzon Expressway, one of the busiest roads in Manila, about 2 kilometers, rooftop to rooftop, right over the traffic. And the first thing worth highlighting is how fast that went up. The actual install took less than half a day.
Half a day to string a connection across a major expressway?
No closing lanes, no tearing up the road. And start to finish, from the first site survey to carrying real service, it was about 60 days. Trenching fiber across something like that is many months if you can get permission at all. For an operator racing to expand 5G, that's the difference between signing customers this quarter and waiting until next year. Same coverage. The only thing that changed is the wait.
Fine, fast. What's 2?
2 is the cost. And where it can go. No permits, no underground ducts, no leasing someone else's fiber. And it reaches places fiber just can't, like straight across an open expressway you'd never be allowed to trench under. So it's cheaper, and it unblocks routes that were closed off entirely. You drop it in where the cable is stuck.
Okay, we're at 2 minutes. The rain, you promised.
The rain. This is the third highlight, and it's the whole reason this story exists. They didn't test this on a nice clear week. They ran the link for 30 days straight on live traffic through monsoon season, and it held a full 10 gig the entire time. 99.9% uptime across the month.
Across actual storms.
The worst week had 2 heavy storms roll through. That week, it still stayed above 99.8%, less than 0.2% downtime in the wettest stretch of the whole trial.
All right, that's not what I expected. So how? A beam of light in a storm holding 10 gig? How does that not fall apart?
This is the trick I made you wait for. The device senses the weather in real time. When rain or haze rolls in, it feels the conditions changing and turns its own power up to punch the beam through. And at the same time, it's constantly correcting its aim because rooftops sway and wind shakes things. So when the weather gets ugly, the link doesn't just sit there and degrade, it adjusts on its own, second by second.
So the old rule didn't break. Somebody engineered around it.
That's exactly what happened. The rain fade thing was a real limit. They built a machine that adapts to it. And the team at DITO, whose entire job is to watch the network for problems, when it crossed that expressway during the wettest weeks of the year, they basically said they barely noticed anything was happening. The full quote is in the blog if you want it word for word.
I came in ready to win this argument. I did not win this argument.
You did not. Though I'll give you the one honest limit, same as always.
Please.
The two boxes have to see each other. It's light, so it needs a clear line of sight between the 2 points. Put a building or too much distance in the way and you have to plan around it. Across an open expressway span, clear shot, no problem. But it's a real constraint and it's worth saying out loud.
Appreciate you not overselling it.
It's not magic. It's just a faster, cheaper way to add capacity in a city where digging is a nightmare and the rain never really stops. And that's why this one matters. Because DITO proved it in the hardest conditions on a real network, they're now looking at running these around their busy business districts, stretching them longer and selling 10 gig straight to enterprise customers without laying a meter of new fiber.
So the city gets more 5G, nobody digs up the road, and the rain stops being the excuse.
That's the whole story. And if you want the full version, the weekly numbers, the storm data, the quotes, they wrote it all up.
Link in the description.
Link in the description. It's the Trans-Celestial blog post on the DITO pilot. Worth a read. And if you like this kind of thing, real deployments, real numbers, no fluff, subscribe. We've got plenty more.
More myths to ruin?
More things people swore couldn't be done. See you next time.